The first days in New York are crucial. Welcome to the fourth episode of our vlog, Building an Elite Social Circle of Attractive Women and High-Value Men. And today is all about the first week in New York. And also we will take a little bit back on Miami. So the last episode, if you have watched it yet, go back and watch the one from Miami. We will talk about our last days in Miami. We had like a big experience there.
Yes.
And then moving to New York, our first days, settling down, getting our gym set up, going to the first hotspots. And then last night we visited the first big event. It was like a model event. And then we are looking ahead what will happen next week during New York Fashion Week. We have a lot of things planned and other things will be spontaneous. So let's jump in. First, how were the last days in Miami?
Okay, last days in Miami were fucking crazy. So,
what means crazy?
Yeah, so having like been with you in Rio, we went out a little bit, but it was mainly a lot of work. But in Miami, we actually went out and we had a great time. So it really started early in the day. We met up with some other guys, and I walked around and we basically did cold approaches during the day. I'm a lot better at that. And then we went to a club at night where we talked to a whole bunch of different people. So at the first club, I got to say,
First of all, we went to different bars in Brickell, Miami.
Yes, in Brickell.
Warming up. But maybe we start also, we were socializing with people, starting off in the mall, on the street, approaching girls most of the time.
Yes.
Maybe did you approach any guys? I'm not sure.
No, I mean, I was there with the other guy. And so, I was trying to show
one
him,
of my other students,
one of the other students. So I was trying to show him that you can talk to anyone, guys or girls. So we did practice some just very easy approaches. One of the things I had him do was, if you don't know what to say, but you want to talk to a group, just go up with your camera, assuming you're not in Brazil where they might run away with it, go up with your camera or with your phone and just say, hey, can you take a picture of us? Especially in Miami where there's spots where lots of people take pictures. And then usually they're going to look at it and they go, oh, that's cute, and show it to you. And once they do that, you're open. You go in and just say, hey, where are you from? So
the camera opener.
Yeah. Is that what that's called?
Yeah. I mean, it's like a reason.
I feel like I came up with that. That's a very easy one. And, often they start out by calling you cute. So, there's a plus in that. And so just go in and then you just keep it relaxed. Hey, where you from? And then go into the typical questions. So we did that. And then we moved into the night part of the night.
Yeah, the night part of the part.
The nightclub part. And so there I'm a lot less comfortable. And I started off a little, it was hard because I hurt my shoulder. And so I kept getting bumped into. So it was a little hard to focus.
He made up some excuses, but
that's what he says. It was hard to focus.
But I stopped this quickly.
But I got into it. But there was one moment where you and the other student were talking. So I talked to this other girl in the group. And I just was so loud and thumping. And she was trying to talk to me. She's like, let's go over to the bar. And I was like, you know what? I'm good. And I just left. I said sorry and then left. But the old me would have felt embarrassed by that the whole night. I just kind of laughed it off.
Yeah. So we were hitting first some bars in Brickell, but we went to some clubs.
Yes. I only bring that up because it doesn't matter. Like if you're out doing this, it really doesn't matter what happens. Just be consistent, keep going. Take these stories and laugh them off. Make them part of your story later on in life when you tell people how you became good at it. Okay, so I had a good time though, all in all. We checked out different clubs. And then we went to this big club at about 4 a.m.?
Yeah, then we, of course, went to different bars, clubs in Brickell. And what I always say to all of my students is, because they always come to me and say, hey, what should I say? What should I say here? What should I say there? I always say, it doesn't really matter what you say. Just focus on your body language and the way how you say things, eye contact, open body language. And then of course, the tone of your voice is important so that people actually hear you. And that's the same for me. When I started out doing all this, I was not talking loud enough, not having the eye contact. Also, the body language was very close up. So when I improved these things, actually my whole socializing skills, they skyrocket, because just of fixing these small
Yes.
things, and then also not overthinking too much about what to say, and just think, okay, I have the fundamentals right, and then something will come out of my mouth. The best thing to do is just to describe what you see in the environment. um
Yes.
and then it's just easy to get in touch with people, with girls, because they're in the same environment, right? And
Yes.
that's what it makes then easy.
And along those lines, we ended up that night outside of a major club in Miami. And it was one where there was a lot of people going that had a lot of like, I don't know, that club kind of seems to have like some celebrity status to it. There's just a lot of
Yeah,
very like,
it's a very, very popular club. But I mean, it's like a club area. They have different restaurants, clubs there. And we actually came there 4 o'clock in the
yeah,
morning
4 a.m.
around, and we thought, hey, let's check out this place
Right. And it
quickly and
was
then go home, sleep.
exactly
But
what
then I
happened.
thought I need to take my students on a little experience. And we came to the club in the entrance, and then we asked for a ticket to get inside. And then I said, like, the cover right now is $110.
Right.
And then I was looked around. Wow, there, like, outside of the club, there are so many, many, many people, different girls, and very beautiful girls, and also just cool people around. And I think, okay, we are here to socialize. We are here to network with people. We are here
Hmm.
to approach women, build our social circle. Why won't we just do this outside of the club instead of inside? And then I say, okay,
Right.
what we're
Because
gonna do is we stay in front of the club until the price drops to $30, because that's what I found out online.
yes.
That the price eventually could drop to $30 during the night. And I thought, okay, we are just going in the club when we reach $30. So what happened next?
So what happened next? So what happened is he just started going up to people, mainly women, and just asking mainly women groups, all right, and asking really kind of silly questions, not offensive questions, not nags or any of that, but just like questions like, when you wake up in the morning and you get out of bed, which foot do you use first, left or right? So very easy questions that someone at 4 a.m. could answer. For the most part, we got funny puzzled looks like, why? But usually they answered the question. And they would say things like, why are you asking us this? But we would just kind of persist and ask, but not be annoying. Just say, yeah, we want to know. And then usually they would laugh. Sometimes you might say, just depending on the vibe, you might say, ooh, that's the wrong answer, which really made them laugh,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, that's kind of the playfulness, the breaking rapport, the
Exactly.
pattern interrupt that actually made them interested. Okay, why are you asking this? And it was funny. So
And
the dumber the question was, the
yes, the
positive the
dumber,
reaction, and the more logical the question was, that
exactly.
they just walked away.
So this is something like, I'm a smart guy. I like logic. I like long conversations, like cerebral stuff. But what I realized is at 4 a.m., that is not the side of me that comes out, because people don't want to think about
Yeah.
that when they've been drinking. It's 4 a.m. outside of a loud club. They want to laugh. And so that was really a lesson, was to start keeping it so stupid simple. And like, I know this because I've done stuff online in organic strategy. I always tell people when I'm like helping them, their question's too complicated, you need to keep it stupid simple. Like almost dumb, almost that it's like offensive how simple it is. And that's what I realized, like same lesson that night. Like we asked people like ketchup or mustard, um, red or white, it was just one
Yeah,
of them.
red or white or something. It's like, okay, what cereal do you eat in the morning?
Yes, what
So
cereal?
everything what just comes in your mind, in
And
order to not overthink, because
yes.
that's what everybody does. Most of the logic guys, they overthink, oh, what should I say? What should I say? But then just say something stupid out, what comes in your head, and that's usually the right things to do.
And like you have
If
to
it's not
say
too
it slowly.
offensive, of course.
Like you have to get in close, you have to say it slowly, you have to say it loudly. So like that's really the lesson there. And the other thing is, for me, I guess I was still carrying around some fear of rejection. But then when we got rejected, it became funny. Like it became actually enjoyable. Because the thing is, there's power in being rejected, okay? Because like when the other person is really angry and you're not, like, and you're holding frame, then like makes a mirror on them that they're going to think about later. Like, imagine them going up to someone and being like, can you believe that someone said this to me? And what did you say? You said red or white. You said, is cereal a soup? You said, what's your favorite cereal? Like, can you believe it?
Or is
Like,
a hot dog a sandwich? Don't forget that one.
yeah, is a hot dog a sandwich?
It is.
This is not, it is a sandwich. I think
No, it's not. It's not. I disagree. We are debating this the whole week, and I say a hot dog is not a sandwich
it's a sandwich.
because a hot dog is a hot dog, and a
This
sandwich is a sandwich.
This looks like a sandwich.
Only on
Okay,
your
but
arm.
like the thing is, if it's like 4 a.m. and I'm saying to someone, well, I read in the history of hot dogs, which this is true, the world history of hot dogs, it calls it a sandwich by food historian Bruce Craig. I don't know.
That's the wrong translation.
But like the point is, if I drop all that shit on them, like it doesn't hit versus just being playful and not caring. And I think that was like a major lesson. And also just us laughing and having a good time. We all ended up having a hilarious time with it, thinking of the silliest stuff, finding like new targets as they came out, like, oh, let's go chat with them.
Yeah.
Let's go chat with them. Like most women were receptive. There's a few who were not, but like one woman just like turned to me and was like so disgusted with the hot dog as a sandwich question. Like, can you believe and she was very beautiful. And that was like where it all kind of clicked for me. Like how maybe in the past I would have expected someone to talk to me that way. I would have expected her to talk to me that way and been okay with it because I thought I was of myself as less. I was annoying her. And in that moment, I realized I'm like, you know, maybe you're annoyed because of Uber or this or that, but like, if
Yeah, it could be 1,000 things. You know?
like if you can't take a moment to laugh, like that's on you. Like,
yeah. And probably you don't even want to connect with a person like this. So if you go out there socializing, it's also up to you to actually find out and find the people, find the girls, find the other men you want to connect with. And if there's no vibe, why do you even want to become friends with them? So, or even like romantic, that's like immediately a turn off, red flag. So yeah, there's no reason to then keep going.
I think that like right now in our world where everything is about what's on your phone, you know, when people come up and chat with you, like that's connection. And so whether you're the one bringing the connection or you're receiving it from someone else, like you should really think about that. Like,
and also to wrap this Miami up.
Yeah, let's wrap Miami up.
Eventually we got into the club at 7 in the morning for $30.
It was later than that. It was like 8.
Yeah, maybe it was 8.
Yeah.
And then we went home probably 10 a.m. and did our last approaches before we came to bed.
Before we went to sleep.
What did I say?
He was like, you can't go to sleep until we do 2 more. And this is where like my mind changed because like before other times when we were doing this and Julian was like, go do that. I was like, I don't want to. Like at this point, it was like, I want to go to sleep. So I'm going to go get this. The sooner I can go to sleep, or the sooner I get this done, the sooner I can go to sleep.
Exactly.
And that actually put a rocket up my ass, which I think has made a major difference here in terms of when he's like, go talk to them. Like realizing like, he's not going to stop bugging me. Until
I'm not going to stop until the mission is complete.
Yeah. So like
that's what people can expect.
It helps.
Expect when they walk with me.
I mean, it definitely helps. Like it helps because it definitely reframes it in terms of like saving yourself from embarrassment. It's more like, well, the quicker I do this, the quicker I'll get better at it. The quicker you won't ask me to keep doing it. Like,
yeah, exactly.
It works. It helps because it really takes you out of like the judgment of them, more of the judgment of him. and I'm living with it. So like,
exactly.
You know, like,
yeah.
I'll never see them again.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully some of them I will.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, you made some great connections. You never know what will happen in the future.
We talk to? How many women that night?
I mean, 30, 40 at least. So it was a big number.
Yes.
Of approaches. Yes.
And so I think like, you know, some nights are volume, some nights are quality. We'll get into like the pageant night, like more of our target. But the point is, I think starting out, like it's very easy to focus on quality, but starting out, you really do need to focus on volume.
And you need to put in the reps so you actually learn the skills you need and then apply the skills in the right areas. And that's where we're coming now. So we are leaving Miami and flying into New York.
Yes.
And the first thing we did in New York, of course, we have our our good spots, our spots in the center of Manhattan in East Village. So we have logistics, perfect logistics, I would say. Everything is very walkable.
I'm still on the fence.
Yeah,
on
he's
that.
on the fence, but I enjoy it more probably because he just haven't had a weekend yet here.
Yeah,
so.
no, that's true.
And
he's better at the
yeah,
approaching than I am. Not saying that I
kind of
haven't done
figuring
it,
out.
but
Yeah,
he sees more opportunity. in a sense.
exactly. And so we went to our spot. Then if you have watched the previous episodes or where we go into the planning, so we have like a list of hotspots that we want to visit. And this week was just, visiting different hotspots and bars, lounges, restaurants. We signed up for the gym, just these typical hotspots
Yes.
you need to go through in order to see if there's anything you want to make a regular spot out of it. And it's still not finished. Now it's Friday. Friday night, tonight will be more opportunities. Over the weekend, a lot of things will fall into place. But this week, it was a lot about then more or less following a checklist of things we want to do.
I think what's missing from this is that it was fun. So a lot of people think like going out to bars, going out to clubs is like a degenerate thing to do. And so what this does is that it makes it fun. Like this is research. Like if you want to build something, you got to go do the research. And so
especially the social circle.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like social circle is work, but it's work that you enjoy doing.
Yeah, because you go out there to these places, you talk to people, you make your research, and while you connect with people, you get other ideas. You remember we went to a rooftop and then we met this British girl, so she gave me some ideas.
Yeah.
Still, we need to check out. And of course, last night with the event, there are a lot of new ideas. So it's not just you going to the venues and you make like a check. Oh, okay, I seen it. I bounce. No, you actually go there and to talk to the people, and then to find out, okay, where are the other good spots? Where are also events? There's a lot of things which you cannot find online, which you only can find out while talking to people, while connecting to people, and then you actually get to the source.
Yes, and by going, because we found lifestyle content. Like we're like, oh, we're going to come here for co-working as well. Like we found stuff that is associated, not just with the nightclub scene. So, for me, being a digital nomad, I used to go out kind of just like to the tourist spots. But now I see the value in like doing the work beforehand and going out to more networking locations and not relying on Eventbrite to do networking for me, but rather going there myself and talking to people.
Yeah. And then it leads to, we went to the first bigger event here that we actually...
Yes.
How did we find out about this event? We went yesterday. It was last night.
So through another networking program, I knew someone, and he was the host of a model pageant, and he told me about it, that he was working on it. And so we actually found out we had some mutual friends there. And we found out through him.
Then we went there. And last night,
so like,
you can.
Like the event itself was a pageant. So these models are part of a swimsuit competition. This is a preliminary pageant. They are judged on multiple things, like their walk, their swimsuits that they're wearing, as well as the way that they answer questions. But one of the great things about it is that it's just a great networking event. So a lot of people there are the friends of models, as well as a lot of people are own agencies, as well as there are a lot of photographers. So all of those things combined, as well as the event producer, all of those things combined are the type of people you want to network with if you want to run an event. And it's very easy to network with them because you're not there for dating, you're not there. This is not a singles night, but rather this is a professional evening. So if you go there as a professional, you talk to the photographers, just introduce yourself. And the thing is, like, you're not trying to be like, make them your friend. You don't have to be like, what kind of camera is that if you know nothing about cameras, right? You're talking about, do you have an Instagram? What types of things do you like to do? Are you associated with any events in the city? Do you know any models? All right. Things like that.
Yeah. And also like researching where are the hotspots they are going, what are the events they have planning. So you have like the whole wide of people you can talk to from these beautiful models, influencers, designers always a good point, photographers, just people coming out there to enjoy the show from different businesses, different backgrounds. If it is AI businesses, which is pretty new, if
there
it's
was an AI
something
yet, yeah.
tech, whatever it is, like there are so many different people that are just coming together to watch this contest, and you can really build your network very well.
Yes.
And I remember I met one guy. I was standing a little bit on the side of the crowd, and then there was this one guy just watching, and then I told him, "Hey, what's going on?" And then we had like a cool conversation. He just was in Germany, and then we kind of had an immediate connection. He was in Berlin. I said, "Hey, I'm from the south of Germany," and he and suddenly he just start talking about Germany, and then I'm asking, "Okay, what do you usually like to do here in New York?" And then he said, "Hey, I like to do this. There are like networking groups on WhatsApp. There's this, there's that." So in only talking 10 minutes with him, he gave me, I don't know, 5 or 6 different ideas to check out, and even put me in a group chat of people that are organizing different events. So this can just happen if you are open, if you go out there, if you don't have to fear to talk to people. And then usually there's, in every conversation, most of the time, there's something you can take with you.
And I think that, like, if you carry that fear of talking, like, to women, or particularly models, that they're going to be mean to you, like that one person was in Vegas, this is a great place to, like, cut your teeth and hone your skills, because they're there to network too. So it is not in their interest to be mean or dismissive to anyone. So, like, it's so easy. You just go up and say hi, and everyone's just like, "Hey, how are you?" So, like, getting Instagrams, talking about professionally the things you're working on. This is a very good place for that. And in one example, Julian was like, "Go talk to her." So I went and talked to someone, and I thought in my head that conversation didn't go well. I just thought I was boring. But then later she came up and said goodbye to me. Then she connected with me on Instagram, and then she sent me a message. "It was great to meet you." So, like, maybe I misread it. Like, maybe she had something else going on in her head. But the point is, like, in my head, I thought, "Oh, that one probably didn't go as well. I'll do better," because that was one of the first ones of the night. But you never really know. And just the thing is, everyone is there to connect. Like, this is a place specifically for connection. So if you want to work on your skills in a very easy environment with people who you may seemingly feel intimidated by, it's a great place to do that. And then one last thing is that you don't have to concern yourself. Like, you should dress in a way that you feel comfortable, but also gives you a professional edge. But people there not everyone was in suits. Some people
It
who
was
were
like
wearing
mixed,
suits
but of course,
weren't
if
fitting,
you have something presentable, it's always like it gives a good impression.
Yes.
And I also remember like one situation. I was talking to this girl after the show, and then just normally, and then she just remembered me, like seeing me in the crowd, or laughing. And I remember she looked at me at some point, and then later, when the show was over, she came to me, and then she actually mentioned, "Hey, I noticed you in the crowd," which is like very I think it was
Yes.
quite cool.
When they were doing the catwalk outside, and they were all behind just waving to everyone, and I kept making eye contact with the models, like, this is when I first got there. So I was like not warmed up, and she was like doing this, like, and looking at me. I was like, "Huh, me?" But like, like, I was caught off guard because they were just trying to connect with everyone, just look everyone.
Yeah,
in the
exactly.
eyes,
Mine, it's their
they
job
remembered that.
also, right?
Yes.
But they still remember, and
But, like,
they are
it's
just
funny.
friendly.
Because, like, when I do public speaking, I always make eye contact, especially with the people in the front row. But, like, I was just a little thrown off guard. Like, I pretended like I was looking somewhere else. Like, like, whenever I go out in the morning and I haven't warmed up, that's how I was, and that's how I was starting out. But by the end of the night, it was very easy to talk to everyone. Like, everyone was just chatting with each other like they were friends. One other thing, one tip he gave me was, take good content.
Oh yeah.
Of the models, and then, like, at the end, go up and offer to airdrop it to them. And, like, they love that, because all the content that they mainly got was from, like, photographers, people who had to edit it. Like, their phones are far away, so they're not taking content of each other. So if their friend showed up, maybe they got something, but for the most part, like, and I was in a very good seat walking right by them. Everyone else was off to the side. So I got some really close up content of them. And the first person I asked was, I was like, do you want this? And they were like, yes. And so after that, it
Yeah,
was
they're
like,
very, very
they're like,
grateful because
yes.
that
They're
is
like,
like
hell
one,
yeah.
yeah, because that's one big thing how you can provide values in these events is making good content for the people participating in the event, especially the models. And like you mentioned, the photographers, they usually need days, probably provide any material,
Yeah.
and they want to have something to post in the moment. And like you're saying, if they don't have somebody that does it for them and you have cool content on your phone, that's like a good excuse to just
Yes.
do approach and provide the content for them. This provides value. They remember you. And that's how you create then the connections, which then can lead to something else in future.
Yes, and one other thing, and like obviously use this with care, but many of them their phone died or they didn't have their phone on them in the moment. So I was like, I'll send it to you. And WhatsApp has the HD sending. So like they gave me their number, like their personal number, which like again, I'm not gonna like annoy them with it, but like this is
Not
a way.
yet.
No, but I mean like this is a way to be more connected than Instagram, where they may get inundated with stuff
Yeah.
from Instagram. And then like there was one last thing, and I think this would be a great little tip for everyone. Again, you might hear their models and you might think, oh my God, that's so amazing. And some of them have won a few contests, but at the end of the day, they're just hustlers like the rest of us. All right. Like they're, like hustling, trying to like do, pageant contests, trying to get work. So very easy because of their beauty and for other reasons to put them on a pedestal. But when you really come down to it, when you talk to them, like they're like every other hustler here in New York trying
Yeah,
to,
trying to make things happen.
yeah, they're doing gig work. Many of them have don't do this full time yet. And so they're very grateful for like you being able to provide content as well. Like we both have professional like networks. So being able to help them out, it's not like,
It's
yeah,
like all it's about providing also value to these people. And
yeah,
if you
like
provide value, the connection comes by itself.
exactly. So if you start thinking about this a little bit more like LinkedIn and less like Tinder, your ability to get into this network is far greater. And also it feels good to provide value to people.
Yeah. And also one important things to say about these events is that in these events they are quite exclusive because it's just known not to a wide audience in the public. So some people know it, and some friends of friends know it of the models. Of course, people are posting a flyer on Instagram, but the reach is not like it reaches like not like the general crowd. So
Right.
um, if you go there, it's an exclusive event.
Yes.
And usually what happens in these exclusive events is the models, they go there, they think automatically if you are there, there's some reason why you are there. You are not just going randomly to such an event, and you have automatically a higher status than somebody else that would approach such a model on the street where you are basically a nobody. And just being in this environment already elevates you higher, and they see you as a more valuable person to talk to, and this makes it a lot of easy. So if you can get into exclusive environments, people just will treat you better. And that's why a big part of our strategy is to find these exclusive events. And if it's modeling, if it's charity, if it's something exclusive where people are not usually go there from the general public, then you go there and it's very easy to make these connections. And then also find the people you want to connect with, the beautiful women you like, and also other ambitious men you think, hey, these can become my friends. And that's what it's all about. So finishing the model, great time, great stuff. Jordan still has a lot to learn, so
No, I'm an expert now.
he's like a super expert. Nothing to lose.
Like
He
honestly,
can already.
the biggest thing is I need to work.
What's the biggest point you
Okay,
still
just
think
like
you need to work on?
I just need to get from the point of like taking action. I need to reduce the point of thinking about it and taking action to as little as possible, as quickly as possible. Because the moment I do that, after the first one is broken, it's like pretty easy after that. And then I just like enter into don't care mode, where I used to take 5 or 6 of them. The first one's always rough.
Yeah, it's to getting in the flow state and actually going out there and doing these approaches. The first one, Yeah, I just remember when I went to a first event like this. Basically, what happens, you stay in the corner. But if you have somebody that actually have been there several times and can say, hey, talk to this person or talk to the other person, it will actually help you a lot to get out of your get out of your fear and then go and be open to people. So because usually at some point people also come up to you if you have like an open body language, but if you just stay in the corner and your arms crossed, nobody's going to talk to you. So you need to take the initiative, you need to be open, and then things, magic just will happen. Before we close today's episode this week, so we will give a little outlook what we plan the next day. So next week is New York Fashion Week. By the way, we're doing also a meetup here during the week. So if you are in New York, hit us up, hit me up on Instagram. Then we have the New York Fashion Week. We are going to some events, more as exclusive as possible, like I explained before, making new connections. And also, we have the weekend, first of all, now. Now is Friday. We're going out tonight, looking at new spots. Tomorrow night, maybe there's another event on Sunday, maybe Sunday afternoon. Not 100% sure yet. We are figuring this out in a second.
Event, that 9 a.m. event.
Yeah, there's a morning 9, 10 a.m. event, yoga, wellness.
But it's so far away from us.
Yeah, it's at the same spot where the morning event was.
I just want to research it, just see what it's like.
Yeah, and I'm saying we are not going at 9 a.m. That's where we're coming home on a Sunday morning.
Yeah, I mean, no, after we're done being crazy.
You are not able to do it on Sunday morning.
We'll see.
Because you won't. You come home late.
Yeah, maybe
we go directly for breakfast.
Yeah,
to the event.
Maybe we'll end
That's what you are saying.
Maybe we'll party and it'll be right around the corner.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, let's.
We'll see.
We will see. But
the point is,
unlimited opportunities here.
Now, I have a question for you.
Okay, tell me.
What have you learned business-wise working with me?
A lot. First of all, I learned to be a little bit having more like a structured day.
Yeah.
Especially doing content, having these step-by-steps, like a plan for the week. Okay, like Monday I post this kind of content, Tuesday this, and then until Friday to have like a content plan. And then another thing is I recorded a course, so you helped me with the outline. Because Jordan, he is very skilled in creating courses for LinkedIn, and some of these concepts I applied in a new course I recorded. It's not out there yet, but will be soon eventually.
Yeah.
And these are some big things I learned.
Okay, cool. And what are we working on next?
I hope we work on finance.
Exactly. I was so hoping you would say that.
No, I only like to spend money, but I'm German. I also like to save money.
No, it's not even about...
I have everything under control, but just not on paper.
Exactly. And now here's the thing. I'm going to tie it all together, okay? It's not about, it's not like you go out. We don't run this very expensive. We spend on things that we think are worth it, right?
Yeah, Diet Cokes.
But exactly. But for instance, what I do is I track my opens now. I have to update it for the stuff I did these last 2 days. But if you're not tracking, if you don't count it, it doesn't get measured, you don't know. So it's very easy.
You don't know.
It's very easy to be like, oh, I don't do anything. I don't talk to girls. I don't go to the gym. I don't do this. When maybe you do some of it, but you don't track it, all right? So that's why field reports are important. That's why tracking what you do is really important in finances for a business like this. Just knowing what you're spending your money on so that you can optimize it, also very important.
Yeah, 100%. So in order to wrap this up, actually we will post on Monday, so you don't know what happened at the weekend.
Yep.
But if you watch this while we post it, so we have weekly meetups where we will network with different guys. It's just networking, just to get to know each other, exchange experiences, having fun. So we are doing a weekly event here, networking event in New York. Mm-hmm. Then we are out at Fashion Week. We are out at weekends. Whenever you want to join, you can hit us up. We will be in touch. And did I forget anything?
No, but until next time, what do we want them to keep on doing?
Stay sharp. What do we want them to keep doing?
And it's something like that. Like, until next time, keep on doing those opens. Keep on going out.
Yeah.
Keep on being social.
Yeah. And find what you can do right now. Find 3 hotspots, maybe a bar, a lounge, and a cafe you want to check out in the next 3 to 4 days, and go there, talk to the staff, talk to some people, get some information. So that's what I want you to do. And then come back with feedback, write something in the comments, write me on Instagram, and I would be very happy to know what your experience is with going out there.